You can
All
say.
right. All right, that's wonderful. So, yes, just like I said, thank you once again for joining today. We really appreciate. So, yes, we've been talking about real estate investments and
Yes,
others.
I can see your screen, man.
Martha, your network must be really poor for you to be responding by this time. Okay, so today's topic is how investors can leverage on inflation and high cost of living. In fact, this inflation is the order of the day now. Everybody's like, there's inflation, there's this cost of goods, services, everything is just has increased. I tried buying noodles. Noodles I bought for 10,000 naira. It's now 18,000 naira. I had to tell my family, I said, we're not eating noodles till further notice. But that is just the state of the country. But then we thought about it as a subsidiary GTEx land. What can we do so our investors will understand that during tough times, you look out for what opportunities. When it feels as if everything is getting bad, solve the challenges, provide solutions to challenges, and I bet you're a rich man or a rich woman. So yes, back to what I was saying, how investors can leverage on inflation and high cost of living. So let me go to the next slide. I think, yes. Enough about me because we've already heard about who I am. I'm actually the general manager for GTEx Land, and my wonderful name is Queen Etuchendu. And yes, who are the people behind the scene that has made this vision a reality, that has made it possible for I, Queen to stand here or sit here and talk to you and address you today? He's no other than Dr. Stephen Akinta. He's the chairman of GTEx Holdings. He has been the man behind the vision, behind GTEx Land, behind GTEx Homes, behind every other subsidiary. He's the vision. He's the one who has seen far beyond and above what we could even see. And we're keen into that vision and we're trying to make it a reality. And then we have no other person than our CEO, Ms. Martha Onsachi. She's a lovable person. She's a lady who has seen the dream and is making sure that everything our chairman has worked for is not going in vain, and we're bringing it to reality. And then, yes, about us, I believe we've heard quite a lot about GTEx Land. GTEx Land is a subsidiary of GTEx Holdings. We're one of the leading real estate development company in Nigeria and across Africa. We're committed to acquiring 5,000 luxury service plots. And we heard a lot about our vision and mission. Yes, these are the estates we currently have, and majority of them are, I said majority, few of them are on pre-launch, which is where we're going to today. But before, okay, I think I'll go on, and then at some point I will give you a pictorial view of what this estate looks like. So we have several estates here. We have Berry Estate at Abeokuta, we have Abuja, Ibadan, and Asaba. We have estates in Ikorodu, in Bejuleki, in Isheri, in Port Harcourt, in Ekpe, in Monia, in Kuje, in Badagry, and others. But we'll come to that anyway. So before we start this training proper, it would be great if you know where we're heading to, what we have achieved so far, at least for the year 2024. Last year is done and it's done for, we're moving ahead and ahead. But what have we done so far for this year? GTEx Land, we've launched 3 new estates. Sadios Estate Ekpe, Sadios Estate Port Harcourt, White House Estate Koje. And yes, recently we have just relaunched our 24/7 customer relation solution. That is to say that if you call GTEx Land now, if you call us now, someone will pick the call. If you call us by 12 a.m., someone will pick your call. That is how automated we have gotten to. So the idea is, what have we done well that has worked well with building our clientele database, building relationship with our clients? It was majorly when we did our 24/7 CRM. Then clients were reaching out, even during the COVID, people who wanted to see their property could even see their property. They could have virtual inspections. These were some of the things we did that worked very well for GTEx Land. So who are we if we don't do it? The best way you can keep your clients updated and currently happy is to make sure you create solutions to their problem. And we know that once you buy something, you would make sure, in fact, you would like for the people you bought that thing from to always be reaching out to you or communicating with you. And then we have very estate in Bejuleki. We currently have launched our office at Bellevue. You can see the picture clearly. We have our staff currently on site 247 for you. Why are we doing that? You know, some of the fears people have in real estate is, oh, if I buy this property, are you sure I'll fit in the next year? We've been existing since 2018 for very real estate in Bejuleki, and we're still there. So, but what other way can we bring this product directly to our clients and make them feel satisfied and comfortable? We got an office, we're currently on site, so there's nothing for you to be worried about. Oh, I'm scared. Am I even sure I can live there? We, the staff, we, the company, we're currently on site. And the good thing is, currently, our Beryl Estate is now facing what we call the, the 8-lane coastal road. Yes, Beryl Estate, the 8-lane coastal road, you've been hearing our governor here in Lagos State, Mr. Sam-Olu, has been talking about, and our estate is facing that road. Our estate is facing it directly. That's not all. A lot of persons and organizations have been gifting Mommy Z, the pregnant lady that loved her family so much that regardless of anything, she was always there to help her husband prepare for work, everything. She more like took everybody's love and attention on Twitter. So, but what can we do to also help this woman? It's not just about selling land, selling property. It's all about selling value. And we thought about it. This lady needs value in her life. She doesn't just need money that would finish one day. What can she keep for that her baby that's coming up? What can we give to her that will serve as value? Our chairman thought it was necessary and wise. And behold, GTEx Land, we gifted her a beautiful property. We gave her all the choices and she made a wonderful choice. And watch out, guys. We'll be presenting that gift to her live in our estate. This was, that picture is the day she came to the office to sign all of our documents and everything. That's to say that we're not an audio company. We stick to whatever, in fact, whatever we preach, we do it. So yes, let's go proper to the topic today, inflation and how it affects high cost of living. Yes, I already talked about inflation. What is inflation? It's a general increase in the prices of goods and services in an economy. Ever since I was born in Nigeria, I think I have heard that word right from when I understood English to this point. Every single time, the economy is suffering from inflation. It's either you're hearing dollar is going up, people are hoarding it, price of goods and services are going up. I remember when with 5 naira, you can buy biscuits, sweets, and even zobo. But now, I don't think there's anything you can get with 5 naira. Not even gum, the bubble gum you take. So inflation is something that is not changing in the economy, but how can you leverage on it? Remember what I said, whenever there's a problem in a place, don't focus yourself on the problem. Look for opportunities in that problem. So that's what we're doing here today. As of December 2023, the annual inflation rose to 28.92%. That's really, really bad. So what will happen in 2024? How do you even make sure that this does not affect you? So some of you might actually wonder what's even causing this inflation, because some people say, oh, it's because the government removed subsidy. That's why we're just having this inflation. There are so many factors. Part of the ones I've listed here that I feel will be important in this particular class is import and hoarding. Yes, in Nigeria, we know very well we import almost, in fact, everything, even as small as chicken is being imported in Nigeria. That's really, really bad. It just shows the level of how we cannot stand on our own and do things for ourselves. But anyway, we're not here to talk about how bad the country is. We're here to talk about how you can get opportunities when things like this happen. Now, how does inflation affect cost of living? Remember, the topic is how you can leverage on inflation. Remember, that's the topic. But then the people who are majorly suffering in all these things are people who want to build. I want to build. The budget I had has moved from 0 to 100. And, you know, it just brings about this instability in things. And sometimes when people want to buy property, landed property, they tell you, I can't even build. The inflation will affect me. It's already affecting people. Yes, inflation actually affects. But just like I said, we're here to know how you can get opportunities even when things like this happen. So during inflation, some of the things that are affected is cost of labor in the construction sector, budget instability. I already said something about this. project planning and the cost of goods used for construction. Yes, a lot of times when things like inflation occurs in any Nigerian economy, these are the issues you have. People are having issues buying food. In fact, I've seen some persons stealing this period. Is that bad? And then when it comes to the people who want to build, you find out that, oh, I was supposed to buy cement for this amount, but I cannot get it anymore. Let's even look at this table. What's this table telling us? In 2019, we were getting granite 30 tons for 125,000. In 2021, it rose to what? 175. And let's see what it rose to in 2024. It rose to what? 490,000 naira. 490,000 naira. Is that bad? Cement rose from 2,400 in 2019 to 11,000 naira. Anyway, I'm not here to scare you because a lot of you might be saying, are you sure we can even do this? Can I even own a home? Yes, of course you can. But GTEx Plan is here to make it easier for you and to give you those opportunities you are not seeing because you are majorly focused on, oh, I have lost this. I'm not even sure I'll be able to do this. I spoke to a client who told me that people told me that investing in Nigeria is not the right investment. The economy is really down. What will I even buy this land for if I cannot build a home? And by the time I finished with that line, he told me, he said, I need to get the current opportunities and others. But yes, inflation is not good, but as much as it is, there are other ways you can benefit from it. So let's go proper. How do you leverage on inflation if you want to own investment? Now, one of the few secured ways to ride the waves of inflation is through what? Land banking. Some of you know that Dr. Stephen is always preaching land banking. Everywhere he goes, he owns it. He sells shamelessly with land banking because that is what brought him to this point. But majority of you will still not understand until they break this down for you. So you know that when they say this is actually this. You can save a ton via land banking. And I'm going to tell you how. You buy a property and you hold for a period of maybe 3 to 5 years and you sell off. That is if you're not ready to build. We're going to do some of the calculations here and you can see how you can actually make more money through land banking. Because as much as you feel that inflation is much, I cannot build my house, you can buy a land. And do you know how you can even go into the land banking? By getting properties that are what? Underdeveloped or partially developed. You don't want to get a property in Banana Island right now. If you know you are suffering from this inflation matter, you cannot be looking at Banana Island. But where can you be looking at? You can be looking at Ekpe if you want to get in Lagos State. You can be looking at Kuje if you want to go to Abuja. Why am I calling these locations? You can see that these are locations that are not as expensive as you assume. But then, some of the people, some persons might feel like, hey, but it's not Banana Island of today. But mind you, Banana Island of today started from somewhere, isn't it? So if you really want to make gain when things are getting high, go for the cheaper ones that are either what? Underdeveloped or partially developed. Oh, this place is developing. How do you even identify places that are developing? Someone who just spoke about Ekpe and how they are turning Ekpe to the small London of tomorrow. Now, you will not believe it. That's how they started with Bejuleki. And for sure, the Thomas in the investment, the Thomas of a client said, no, they will not get it. No, I don't think that place is very bushy. But now people are begging for funds people are begging for landed property in Bejuleki for as much as 20, 30 million. Oh, I want the one on the Express. I don't mind buying for 5 million. But we sold as low as 4 million, 4.5, 5 million. 2-3 years ago. Why did you not buy? Because you were not sure, right? But that's how we started land banking. And that's how our clients now are cashing on. What are the benefits of land banking? Now, I want to compare these benefits with the current state of the economy, which is the inflation we're talking about. Remember, during inflation, you can hardly build because your budget is unstable. It's unstable because if you budgeted to buy cement for 1,000 naira, in the next 3 months, you might buy it for 10,000 naira. So that even affects the idea of building. So but how do you benefit? Affordability. Remember I said, if you decide to go into land banking, you can get at an affordable rate. In fact, pre-launch offers are your best bets. I said, do not get Banana Island when you want to go for land banking. Rather go for where Ekme in Lagos State. Go for where Kuje in Lagos State. That's your best bet for land banking. Ekpe is pre-developing. It's not even underdeveloped because there's a lot the government is doing towards that area. Ibeju-Lekki is almost gone because just like I told you, people are begging to even buy for 40, 45 million naira, still in the same Ibeju-Lekki. Let's look about minimum maintenance. If you buy a house, I bet you have to do your repairs, clear some areas, do this, do that. But guess what? If you buy a land with GTEx land, you have what we call minimal maintenance. Now, the question is how? You buy land with us, you pay complete, you get your documents and every other thing. GTEx land is in charge of clearing the land. We have never reached out to any of our clients to say, oh, you know, the land has grown up and we need to do inspection. You want to go for your allocation, you need to clear, bring money so we clear for your own plot. Never in the history of GTEx land. We have made sure that it is not just about you paying us for a piece of land, but it is about giving you services that ordinarily you cannot get if you decide to buy outside or if you decide to buy from Omonide. And mind you, the amount we're selling these properties for you, we did not include all of this. We are trying to abort properties from us from 2018, calculate how many years. We have never called them to say, bring money to clear your land. Never in the history of GTEx land. So, but what am I saying here? Compared to if you buy a house, you know you have to take care of your house. We would not come and weed your compound for you, are we? No, we won't. If something gets bad, you have to repair. Nothing is getting bad in your landed property with GTEx land. Nothing is getting bad at the pre-launch property you have bought with GTEx land. Accessibility, you are just starting with little or no amount. There's even flexible payment plan. Land banking is your best bet. Now, if you're learning from what I'm saying, please just start your learning because this would make it easier for me to know that you all are catching up with what we're saying. Land banking is something that doesn't need to be overemphasized because this is real and this is legit. It is like doing crypto, but the only difference is crypto is not stable, but land is the only thing that is stable, that is not shaking. So even if dollar goes to 2,000, your land can never go low. If you buy any coin now, there's a time it goes up, there's a time it drops. And if it drops lower than the amount you bought your coin when you started, you are doomed. That's how people lose money. But you can never go wrong with real estate. And that's what brings us to high returns. So no matter when you buy and whenever you want to develop, you are sure that you have gotten what? Returns of what? Investment. And that will take us to some of the questions, popular questions that people are always asking. If they want to start real estate, when is the best time to start real estate? The best time to start real estate is 10 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, when they sold properties in Lekki for 250K. Daddy Prince even gave us one of that testimony because it's one of our ambassadors. He said it himself. I bought a property in Shango Tedo also. He said for 250K. And he was not really sure about real estate and he sold it for 750K. First of all, the property appreciated in less than a year and he sold it off. But now he's regretting. He wished he kept those properties now. Imagine how much people pay for landed properties in Lekki. So that's why I say land banking is your best bet. Don't buy when it's super expensive. Don't buy in Banana Island. Don't buy in Lekki Phase 1. That's just a waste of your resources if you want to make profit right now. You want to venture into land banking. So the best time for you to buy was yesterday, 10 years ago, 30 years ago. That's your best time. That means if you're still asking this question, you are late. And you don't want to be late when it comes to investment because you're securing what? Your future. Then the second question is, after paying, what do I get? Some persons always get this wrong. They pay and they say, oh, I expected that the house will just disappear and appear. Oh, okay, when I pay, is there any other thing? I have paid now, let me just sit down and rest. Oh, was I paid? The appreciation will just come the next 24 hours. But yes, the question is, after paying, what do you get? That's a very tough one. What do you get after paying? You get your documentation. First of all, you get a receipt. So you have made a payment to a company, they issue you a receipt. That receipt shows that there was what? An amount paid for something. Now, but what shows that that thing now belongs to you is the next thing, your deed of assignment and survey document. Most people don't even know this. They just buy. I have land with GTEx land. I have house with GTEx homes. Where is your documentation to prove it? If anything goes wrong in the future, how do you prove it? These are the things you need to look out for. So you even need to know that once you have made your payment, your complete payment for the entire package, which is your land, your documentation, and your developmental fee, which is the infrastructure fee, what do? You relax. You have a land. Relax and watch that property work for you. And now what's the next thing? Oh, before I move to the next thing, some of you might be wondering, what's a survey document? Some people just know that it's just a document that I should have. But yes, the survey document maps out the entire area that has been sold to you. When I mean the area, it gives the beacon numbers of what has been given to you. So, for example, it's a real estate company. We have several plots and we have sold several plots. But how do you know your own is here? And how does Mr. B know that theirs is at the back? It's a survey document. So after you've gotten your deed of assignment that transfers ownership to you, the next is your survey document. And then what is infrastructure fee? This is where a lot of investors get it wrong. So one thing we do for our clients is we're always educating them. What should you look out for? What should you expect? Or what are you even paying for? We don't just roam about telling people pay money. We tell them what they are paying for. Infrastructure fee is very, very necessary. Now, it is not just sitting at home and waiting for your property to add up. You have to pay for this thing called infrastructure fee. In fact, we've made it so easy that whatever offer we give to you, sometimes we give you waivers, sometimes we add it inclusive, and you make your payment and you relax. But infrastructure fee is very, very important. You don't want to buy from Ebuka and Sons, and then you are like 50 persons buying in one location. And then when you start building, you might find out that your own plot is on the area where the government has mapped out for road, or where there's supposed to be road, or when you build your own, you don't even have a passage to go out or to drive up. But when you buy with GTEx land, you will not go wrong. And when you pay this fee, you have a comfortable tiled access road leading to your plot. You get what? Electricity. You get what? You get a sewage system. You don't want to be in that situation where your sewage system is connected to your water system. You don't even want to be in that situation. The drainage system, there's a lot of flooding going on everywhere. Whenever it's rainy season, some persons are very scared. Why? Because they know that something is coming to them. But you want to buy in a standard estate where everything is planned out for you. That is what your infrastructure fee is for. To provide those services for you. Because some clients can go so ignorant to the point where they say, what's the infrastructure fee again? Is this even necessary? Of course it's necessary. You want to come back. The reason why most of our clients are enjoying now is because they paid for some of these things. Once we're done with the fencing, we'll put in security, we're doing all of those things. And before you know, one of those government projects is coming towards the area because we're very, very strategic whenever we get our estates. And next minute, you're cashing out. You find out that the place you bought, things are coming, and currently now you cannot even sell for the 4 million you bought from us. That's just what this gives to you. Infrastructure fee is very, very important. It is essential for the growth of your what? Your land banking business with any company or any organization. So with you relaxing at home, this money will work for you anytime, anywhere. What is documentation fee? I've actually explained that. That's what covers for your deed of assignment that transfers ownership, and your survey document that shows or maps out the area that has been given to you. Is there a flexible payment plan? With GTEx land, 100%. There's a flexible payment plan. So yes, we're not just focused in money. We also want to solve this housing and land issues with people. We want everybody to own a land. So you don't need to be a millionaire or a billionaire to own a land. So some of you might feel intimidated. Oh, Dr. Stephen has money because he owns so many properties. Now I can't be like him. Who told you you can't be like him? He started from somewhere. He started with one property and then he moved to other properties. So you too can be your own billionaire, but your stubbornness will not let you go there. So the next one is, how safe is my investment in land and how promising is the ROI compared to other investments? I want us to do a calculation on that to answer that question. That's the best way you know that you are 100% sure and guaranteed of your investment, that you will get your returns. And then about safety, 100%. We do not just choose locations. We choose locations that give the best. I'll finish up on this and then I'll play a video so you hear what our clients had to say in an estate he visited. In fact, even me myself, I was shocked he had to think towards that area. You know, most people would assume that he should be saying, oh, the estate is nice, it's fine. He had to pick the point of security. That is to tell you that the right investors, they know what they are looking for. It is not just buying property anywhere. They also understand the strategy and they know that with GTEx land, they cannot get it wrong. How do you start land banking? Buy a land at a low price and you start making your money. Buy it and keep it minimum 2, 3 to 5 years. And what? You can resell. That is if you want to make your urgent funds. But there's a calculation that works very well that I bet you would like. Now let's do a simple calculation. This is our estate in Berry Beachfront in Bejuleki. And this estate was sold in 2020. I think this is even 2019. Pardon me for the date. This was in 2019 also. We sold for 3.5 million naira. Now, calculate 3.5 million naira times 6. So I'm assuming that I am the smart investor and I bought 6 plots. You would have 21 million naira. So if you have 21 million naira and you bought Berry Beachfront as at when we sold for 3.5, Berry Beachfront is currently sold at 45 million naira. This is 2024. And pardon me to use this word, with abeg for 45 million naira. Remember, you have bought 6 plots for 21 million naira. Now, can you calculate 45 million times 6 plots? It's giving you 270 million naira. That's what you're getting. Now, for those of you that said, I can't build, inflation is affecting me, what have you just benefited? You can decide to sell 3 plots and use the rest to what? Develop your remaining 3 plots. Now, if you were just interested in 1 plot, you can sell 4 plots and use the money what to develop the 1 plot. Have you noticed now that you did not save money for developing your land? You just invested in a land that has given you money to not only sell, but to also develop. So why are we getting it wrong? Why are we not seeing the opportunity in land banking? Why are we suffering ourselves with we must build, and it's still getting wrong? Inflation is still dragging us, and we're having to remove money from our bank accounts just to build a house. When we can do this simple math and currently buy at Ekpe and Kuje right now and save yourself a lot of stress in the next 3 to 5 years. So with real estate, you can never get it wrong. This is another comparison with Jasper Estate, Abuja. When we start selling, so in fact, when we start selling, this block work was not even here. It was seriously bushy to the point where we cleared one part and we just put a canopy so we can give clients that they have bought, show them the land, give them their documentation. But this is Jasper Hillview Estate in 2024. What can you see there? That's a perfect estate just for you. This is not audio. This is what you are seeing, and you're going to see it in a video anyway, because we like some of you that are Thomas. You know, even me too, I can be like that. Before I buy something, I want to see that it's real. Now, this is Jasper Smart Estate in Bejuleki. We sold for 7 million. We even sold lower than this, but as of 2020, we sold for 7 million. You can see how empty that place is. I'm so sorry. Let me go back so you understand what I'm saying. You can see how empty the area is. See how empty this place is. But can you see Jasper Smart City in Bejuleki as at 2024 going for 55 million naira? It's not for the house, so it's for the empty land. So you don't get confused because you're seeing the buildings. Yes, people are still living there. We have our staff fully operational there. They live there 24/7. You can go even by 10 p.m., but you have to go through security checks and you see staff on site. So this 55 million you're seeing here is not for the house. It is just for the land. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Ignorance is not a reason at this point. If you are in this webinar and you still do not understand that you are supposed to have, you should have done right by yourself with investments. But before I give you this offer, I would like our host to play a video for me showing our estates, and so you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. So Jamil, can you play the video for us so they can see what we're saying? Each of these estates, there are several estates, you know. I just compared some of them so you see, going as way back as 2020 and seeing what people bought. Now imagine how much they paid for it as at what's it called, 2018, and imagine how much they make now. Just imagine that. So Jamil, can you play the video?
Welcome to GTEx Land, where every corner is a masterpiece waiting to be discovered. Step into the serenity of Jasper Estate, your haven in Ibeju Lekki. And the estate that makes you feel like royalty, Jasper Hillview Estate, Abuja. Feel the sand beneath your feet at Beryl Beachfront Estate, your coastal retreat. Experience the charm of Sardius Farm City, a state where nature and community blend seamlessly in Ipe. Discover elegance at Sardius, estate in Ijebu Ode, where modern living meets tradition. Sardius Ogudu is also a place to be, feel, and experience. Live in luxury at Beryl Fort City, Kurudu's premier destination for urban living. How about the unmatched serenity at Sapphire Estate, Ikorodu? Have you experienced nature at its finest at White House Estate, Atan yet? And the perfectly located hub for a tranquil lifestyle at Beryl Polo, Estate Abeokuta. Find your dream home at Prime Rose Estate, where sophistication meets comfort in Ibeju Lekki. Experience luxury living at Sardius, Estate in Port Harcourt, where every detail is designed for your comfort. Relish your exposure to the central force of ecstasy at Beryl Estate Ibadan. And expose yourself to a unique kind of class at Beryl Estate Asaba. Escape to tranquility at Jasper Estate in Isheri, your peaceful sanctuary. Enjoy the fortunate mix of a high-grade, healthy lifestyle and nature's peace at White House Estate Kuje and White House Estate Monia. Discover perfection at Sardius Estate in Guzape, Abuja, where luxury meets lifestyle. Indulge in elegance at Garnet Estate, Ibeju Lekki, where every moment is a celebration. At GTEX Land, we don't just sell properties, we secure your future. Welcome to your new beginning.
Well, thank you so much for that video. That was wonderful. Thank you so much for that. I can even see our hosts clapping. They love it. They love it, Abi. They do, of course. But so you see, when I tell you that you can't get wrong with real estate, you really can't get wrong with real estate. If you decide to follow the Dr. Stephen Akintayo way, you can never get it wrong with real estate. Oh, thank you for the clapping. I know I see that. But that will bring us now to the current offers. So for some of you, you've been seeing, yes, we'll take your questions. For those of you asking questions, I've seen quite some questions there. We'll take it. But for those of you now who have heard this, and you are not in that, now you can see that you really can make something out of your life without even stressing, without you going every midnight checking for when your crypto will drop, or checking for if this particular investment you're doing, if it will fade, or if tomorrow they will close down. You want to do the right investment that will keep you at peace. And what are those investments? Remember I said land banking, but how can you get land banking right? It is not by buying a property now in Banana Island. It is by buying pre-launch offers, pre-launch properties. And currently we have a lot of offers for you. We have our Sadius Estate in Jebode, and guess what? It's going for an opening sum of 7.5 million naira outright purchase. And guess what? I'm not here for one plot, because if you see the vision of real estate, you know that you should not have one. You should have multiple plots. And when you go for multiple plots, that's where you become a millionaire. Because when you decide to sell or when you decide to develop, you have just made millions. It's like millions sitting with you. If you are going for 6 plots, you are buying at 30 million naira. So imagine if you were buying at 7.5, but at this point you're doing 5 million naira per plot, which is giving you 30 million for 6 plots. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your best bet if you decide to key into real estate right now, which I believe you are. But now, see the example of what I have here. We have Beryl Beachfront, one of our estates. I gave you a comparison. And a lot of persons have been begging. Even if I know there's no I want a beachfront estate, even if it's pricey, how can I buy? Remember, I told you the current price is now 45 million naira. But what can we do? Dr. Stephen has deemed it fit that let's make real estate available for everybody. Let it be an opportunity for everyone to invest in. So we have Beryl Beachfront, which is our beachfront estate, and it's going for 45 million naira if you want to get your governor's consent. I had someone asking a question about C of O. This is your best bet. You should be looking at governor's consent. And if you want to get one in Beryl Beachfront, that's your best bet. But instead of paying 45 million naira, which is the actual worth of the property, we're giving you a 25% discount, which you can now buy for 33.75 million naira. That is your best bet right now, if you want to get Beryl Beachfront. But if you say, oh, don't worry, I don't need the governor's consent, I can just process my documents myself, instead of buying for 30 million, we're giving you for 22.5 million naira. I should see somebody clapping. People should be clapping. I want to see the clapping, otherwise I'm not giving more offers, because this is the best you can get in Ibeju-Lekki, a beachfront estate. Yes, I need to keep saying that. That's what shows that you all understand the value of real estate. This is your best opportunity you can get in a beachfront estate. Now, when I mean beachfront estate, this is your property, see your beach. You just cross the road and go to the beach to pull up. Who doesn't want a property there? Do you know how much properties are going for in Banana Island? And what is in Banana Island? It is just what, sandfield and close to the water. Some persons have jetty by the side and they are living big. That's where you see your celebrities show off their funds and all. We have Stadium Farm City, Ekpe. Remember I told you there's a lot coming in to Ekpe. Ekpe is your future small London. Do not take this for granted, because I bet you I will be here one day telling you, and you will be here one day begging me. And I'll repeat what I said about Ekpe. Ekpe is going for 15 million naira if you want to get a plot, but if you're willing to go for 6 plots, you can get it for 60 million naira. Now, imagine your 60 million in the next 3 to 5 years. Don't say I didn't tell you. And let's not forget, yes, there's installment offer. You can see from the flyer that the installment is in the middle. You can spread your payments if you do not have the complete payment, but at least you have an initial deposit to make. Now, let's look at some other offers. We still have something in Ibeju-Lekki called Garnet City in Ibeju-Lekki. It has an approved excision. That property is big. It's really big. You know you cannot afford Beryl because it's super pricey now and it's above your league for whatever reason. You can what? You can get Garnet City Estate in Ibeju-Lekki. Do not miss out on this, guys. And then you have Charles Donny Estate. Charles Donny Estate is going for 15 million naira outright, and you have the opportunity to spread your payment. I think this is the best any company can do. And if you want to key into this offer now, you would see the numbers showing on your chat box and the Q&A box, and you can see the number clearly showing on your screen. But guys, if you snooze, you lose on this. So without much ado, we're going to take your questions, but our chairman, who is no other, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, is here with us, and he has his wise words to say to you. And please listen to him, because whenever he says it, it happens. So guys, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. It was a wonderful presentation, and it was a wonderful time with you guys too. Sir, you have the floor now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope there's not too much for me to add. Queenette has done a very detailed job, and I hope we have been updated. The goal of this meeting is not just to sell, it's also to update our existing customers to know what we are doing, the properties that we have, and to be able to also take questions and be in touch. I believe strongly in running business that is transparent, running business that is accountable to investors. And I think the more things like that are done, the more we are able to, because as an entrepreneur, you are here to solve problems. You're here to solve your investors' problem. You're here to listen to them, and that's part of what is being done. So good job to the GTEx land team from Martha to Queenette and the rest of the good people who work every day to make the GTEx land brand successful and to make sure that we're able to deliver on our promises. My advice is this, like we always say, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. There will never be a perfect time for you to be an investor. I can tell you that for a fact. Thank you. There will never be a perfect time to be an investor. It will never happen. Things will always get tougher and more difficult by the day. It takes an intentional decision to say, no matter the challenges, I have decided to be an investor. I've decided to invest. I've decided to look away from the discouraging factors. For us at GTEx, it's not easy to do real estate business, but we've continued to do it. It's a commitment to be not one of the biggest, but to be the biggest. Not one of the best, but to be the best. Our duty is not to be a national local champion. No, we have a mandate to be a global real estate brand. And what exactly are we doing? We're helping people become richer. Queenette showed us something very powerful. An estate that used to go for 4 million naira, right? Now over 20 million naira. So that's what we're doing. We're helping you to be wealthier, to be richer. But it requires trust in us. It requires believing that we mean well. I mean, we're not perfect, but we're constantly doing our best to make sure that we improve every day. And I think that's what's most important. When you see a company that is evolving, that is improving every day, that is working hard to be better every day, then that's a company we should do business with. So take advantage of the offer. I think there's a promo going on our pre-launch estates. We have Ijebu hot at the moment. We have the Lekki Epe hot at the moment. We have the Badagry one coming up as well. Very hot, and I encourage you to invest. And lastly, I want to say we have a very good team running the GTEx land. I know people always want to drag me and say you are the owner of the company, but we have a fantastic people who are running the day-to-day activity, even in the company. And that's why I can't blame external people, because even in the company, sometimes some of the individuals do not trust that, the people who have been given certain responsibility are the ones. I was still chatting with one of our staff who always really come to me anytime our branch needs money. And I said, but talk to the accountant. And I said, well, I didn't know. I said, what do you mean you didn't know? The accountant gets money as money comes in. And it's those who put pressure on him that he will release money to, right? But again, when you are a leader and you're effective, it's a blessing and a curse. The blessing is that you are on ground, you're accessible. The curse can also be that everybody wants you to be the one to be doing it. And if you're not careful, the company won't grow because people will not demand excellence from each other. And what we're doing at this phase of GTEx is to demand excellence from everybody that works. If you are a gateman, we demand that you gateman in an excellent way. If you're an office assistant, we demand that you're an office assistant in an excellent way. If you're a receptionist, we demand that you're a receptionist in an excellent way. and not just that we're waiting for somebody or the founder of a company who is just an investor and at the role of a chairman needs to just give advice, give counsel, and hopefully expect that the company makes profit and he's also able to smile to the bank at the end of the year because the company has made profit. So once again, thank you for trusting this brand. Thank you for doing business with us. Thank you for believing in our leadership team. And God bless you real good. And thank you.
Okay, Jami, we have a testimonial video. You can play that now. Is Jami here? Okay.
In Beryl, right? Port Estate, Kudu. Are you impressed because you bought the land when you? Well, I bought this land while I was not here, you know. But I actually know, I know Kurudu, but I don't know this location very well. But now I'm here. I'm really very impressed about what I'm seeing. Yeah, I think the what's most important to me here is the strategic location of this place. Just around there's a police housing estate there, and the 2 army housing estates. I'm really very impressed. There's a lot of things going on here. People are already living here, and look at what's it called, Winners Church there. Like this estate, I so love this location, and I'm not regretting investing here, honestly. If I have a second chance, I will invest again. But the phase 2 is about starting, so yeah, the phase 2. Let's see what's going to come out. The phase 2, definitely. I'm most likely going to invest in the phase 2. Just let me know when it comes up. Yeah, we'll complicate that. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Isaac. Yeah, thanks very much.
All right. So I just want us to understand something.
Let them just play all, then you can then comment after.
Okay. All right, Jami. So you can play the rest of it.
Yeah, honestly, I like the location. For me, I think this is a very good place. Honestly, it's a good location, and that also makes it a very good investment. Honestly, natural. But you know they pick up. I say I've been on the low, looking at my window, but I know they see foes. I they pray for my enemy, may they fit to see.
We appreciate you being a customer with us. Why did you choose GTEx?
I don't even know you guys from anywhere, but I think it was just your director I saw. And I saw a man with a vision and someone that's focused, and that was why I came into it. It was even the K2 recently that also uplifted my spirit, like, you know, these guys are not local champions, so they are going everywhere. There's something I observe about your estate. They are not too big, you know, outrageously big, where those things you guys promised about your smart estate, I've been thinking, with the big estate I see around, I don't know how you guys want to get that, you know, bring them to reality. But I think these are manageable size that can bring about implementation of the things you talked about. You guys are you're visionary, and I keep saying that, you know where you're going to, and you're focused, and that's why everyone wants to go with people that are focused and people that know what they're doing, and that's why I'm investing.
He's selling smart investors like you watching us, you know, to take advantage. You don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. Thank you so much, sir.
That's the word, yeah.
Thank you.
Door open.
I've actually come and experienced it live, and I'm blown away. Everything so perfect. It's not as if like a film trick, like, you know, all the things that has been sent to me.
I walk many kilometers. All day. Now you there for my side, calling me for my life.
I have a client on site that came to inspect. She already bought this place, but she came to also inspect and see how far we've gone. And let's hear what she had to say about this place.
I haven't seen all the building. I've actually come and experienced it live, and I'm blown away. Everything so perfect. It's not as if like a film trick, like, you know, all the things that have been sent to me, well, no, they were not real, but I can see it's real, live and direct, and they were all very perfect. The finishing and everything, they're all good, and I really love it. Honestly, she has been telling me to upgrade, and I'm thinking about it now.
She's upgrading, she's not thinking again.
So much. Thank you for what's it called, Jessica. She has been my support and everything.
Thank you so very much. We're glad to have you here. Thank you so much. So you've heard it.
Thank you so much, Jamil, for helping us and hosting us in this meeting. Thank you so much. So I just want people to understand something. Did you notice what this client said? They said ever since they bought, let's even go with the first client. They said he bought without seeing or even knowing us. He only have heard about our chairman without seeing the land, without knowing the location of the office. He bought from us in Abuja, all the way from Abuja. And that day was his first time visiting the site. And did you hear what he said? He likes the place, and he pinpointed something which I said we were going to use to answer the question of getting an estate that is in a secured environment, or if their investment is being secured. Now, he said part of the things that moved him was the fact that the estate was in a secured environment. He had the military estates. They have about 3 in that area. So, but what are we going into here? We made sure we pick the right investment for you. Guys, if Ijebode is going up, let's not wait till when we launch it. If you wait till we launch it, you are snoozing and you will lose. There's no 2 ways about it. Start calling those numbers right now that has been sent to the chat box and all. If you have someone who invited you, please go back to that person to secure a discount right now. Ijebode is going up. And by the time you see the price increase flyer, don't get surprised, don't get shocked that you're seeing things like that. Ekpe is also going up. Don't wait till when you see the small London in reality before you start paying up your money. You heard Dr. Stephen. That actually the best time to buy was back then, not even today. So don't snooze this time. Pick up the pre-launch offers we have. So you can share your testimony for land banking. You need to share that testimony. We need it. We have so many of them, but because it will not take much of your time, start calling those numbers right now to secure a discount. Thank you guys so much for joining. We sincerely love you and appreciate you. Shala and Mata, take it up.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma. For me, I learned a lot. And some of the points which I got from your section is when to buy property. Don't buy property when it's pricey, especially land. Don't wait for it to be ready, just like Banana Island. Buy it when it's still very affordable. And we currently have pre-launch offers in different locations, which investors or prospects that want to become investors, that want to switch from active income to passive income, can start investing now. And also, I learned about investing in land gives you no maintenance cost. There is no need for you to maintain land. We are not reaching out back to you on cost of maintaining or clearing the estate. Those are the points which I got, and it's an amazing point, man. Thank you so much for that section. And that of Dr. Stephen, he said it all. Yes, he said it all. We have the testimonials video that speak of what we are doing here at GTES Land. You can hear from different people. You can hear from different estates talking about what they've seen. People that even bought before seeing or knowing much about us. So we want to invest now. This is the best time to invest. You have the opportunity now. We have the pre-launch offers in different locations. We have Ijebu-Ode. We have the one in Badagry. We have the one in Ibejuleki. Maybe you missed the first Ibejuleki estate, Jasper, Gardena, Ibejuleki. Now we have another option for you. And it has a lot of amazing proximity to where your investment tends to appreciate very fast. Another thing is that you don't just want to buy land in where it will not appreciate. GTES Land guarantee that for you. Whenever we want to secure land, we secure where there is future benefits, there is future development, because all of that also add value to your property at the time of disposing or developing it. And also you can buy for land banking. Land banking is what that can pay very, very well, because with land banking, no maintenance costs, as Dr. Stephen Akintayo has said, and also Madam Queenette also have said it all. Land banking, with that, we can still mitigate through the cost of inflation in Nigeria, or let me say in the country currently. So that is it from my end.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Queenette. Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Thank you very much, Ms. Martha Eremulo. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Today's investors meeting was indeed remarkable, as we promised, and also we gained a lot. It was really exciting. All right, so we'll bring the meeting to a close now. We want to say a big thank you to everyone for joining us today, and we'll say the next time we'll be meeting more prosperous in all of our land investments. All right.